Low, trying to spoon it out the back. Finds David Grant. He snaps a goal. This is going to be close. Is it there? It is there.
Well, a good tap there from Stuart Lowe, and Grant taking full advantage of that and kicking with the aid of that breeze. The ball just carrying sufficiently far enough through that goal mouth. Greg Eccleston unable to touch that as it went through, and David Grant moving down to that forward line. Darryl Borlock's also moved Nicky Winmar into the centre, and he's taken, beg your pardon, he's put Dean Rice onto that half-back line, and he's taken the place of Kane Taylor.
So, badly needed goal for the Saints in the first 6 minutes of this third term. Terry Wallace gets the ball out of the centre for Footscray. Jeff Cunningham, kick off the ground, wide to the half-forward flank, outer side. Daniels and Foster overrun it. Jeff Cunningham showing tremendous desperation. Winmar's onto the football with long sleeves. Good to see. Nicky Winmar kick the ball up towards half-forward. Tap over by Lowe. Kick off the ground by Ingleton. The Saints are spirited. Up towards the full forward area. Koukamilis goes for goal and puts it through.
Well, you're right, Ian. The Saints are spirited. Some of their more senior players showing the way. Firstly, Jeff Cunningham in that back line. Very, very desperate. Winmar breaking away, kicking the ball long. Ingleton, who's been very busy on the half-forward line, giving him some spark there. And Spiro Koukamilis finishing off very well. Footscray would certainly be very keen to do well in this game. This time last year, with a similar record, they went on and won 5 out of the next 6 games. At the same time, St Kilda only won 1 out of their next 12.
So the St Kilda chant has gone up as they start to close the gap. Grant in there battling once again. But we'll see another ball up. Atkins there also for Footscray. Still in the middle. Wine, Harding up a fraction too early. Royal, a hurried kick out of the centre. It's pushed wide. The Saints get the next one now. This crowd will come alive. Hawkins spooning it out to Atkins. He really does show his skills in the wet. There's a good mark taken by Daniels, who's been busy all day. Kicks up towards centre wing. Dwyer can't get into it at the moment. Campbell loses it. It's socket off the ground. Back towards the centre. Terry Wallace. Tumbles one towards Kolyanouk. Back again towards Campbell. A short left foot kick. Cunningham in this quarter. He's done some fine work as he finds Nathan Burke. Kicks loose off the side of the boot. Harding goes through for the Saints. Socket wide. Play allowed to go on. Hawkins uses the body. Clever play by Elphinstone. Did it beautifully. The Saints down to their 50-metre line. Who's waiting down in front? Wigney is there for Footscray. Gets the hand pass away. Here's a chance now for Wallace. A short kick wide towards the boundary line. But Burke is there for the Saints. Shrugs one tackle and gets beautifully claimed on the second. Play allowed to go on. Rice is clear. Into the 50-metre line he goes once again, looking for Lowe. Tries to tunnel it out. Wigney there for Footscray. Gets the hand pass across to Wallace, and Wallace will steady down with a kick wide towards Hawkins and Burke. Close to the line and eventually over. But a dramatic passage of play in the last 2 or 3 minutes. And Footscray all of a sudden feeling the pressure and the screws being tightened a little by St Kilda, who are desperately trying to get back into this game.
Out towards Royal. He can't break clear. Young Nathan Burke picking himself up, covered in mud. Brian Royal in the picture. Wind and Lowe. Lowe gets the tap out. Hawkins over the top of it. He's been pushed in the back, and Hawkins will take the free kick for Footscray. Maybe just slightly favouring his left leg. Short pass by Hawkins. Goes through all the players. Here's a chance now for Kolyanouk. Breaks the tackle. It's high. Covers 25 to 30 metres. And there's a good mark taken by David Grant. And Grant for St Kilda. Quite a skillful player. His torpedo punt kick 50 metres up towards the centre of VFL Park. Now a chance for Fode. He's bumped off the ball by Royal, and Royal gathers it. He's held when he didn't have it. Play on, says the umpire. Russo's caught with the ball. He can't break clear of the Hunter tackle, and the umpire will pull it up. Umpire Phil O'Reilly with the more experienced umpire John Russo officiating this afternoon. High over the top, Harding. Hunter, who's done pretty well for Footscray, breaks clear, kicks the ball towards half forward, nearly the mark there to the Footscray player Collins. Kolyaniuk going after it. Here's Foster. Free kick being picked out of it. It's going to St Kilda. And it's going back to Dean Rice, who spent most of the first half on the interchange bench. Rice's kick falls in the arms of Russo. Russo's kick towards the wing, and there's a good mark taken for Footscray by Eppelston over Elphinstone.
Don't say that in a hurry. Eppelston towards centre wing, or Foster tried to flick it over the back to find Royal, was successful. Still between half forward and centre wing. Well, a free kick for a push, but it's very difficult when you're sliding like that. But Kolyaniuk has the chance to put the Dogs into attack again. By Harding. Looking to clear for the Saints. Not a good kick. McGuinness again. Tony McGuinness, a chance to go deep into attack. Get onto that left foot. The drop punt is high. Is anyone waiting down? A good mark taken by David Grant at the front of the pack. It's very difficult to take in these conditions, and he did it well. Towards the half-back flank, Terry Wallace just puts his body in and shovels it forward once again. But here's a chance for Fode. Goes short in towards the centre. Coming to meet it was Elphinstone. Needs someone going past. Here's a chance now for Dwyer. Mickey Dwyer sending St Kilda down to half forward. And the mark is taken by Stuart Lowe. One out in the square. He's going short. The lead is on. No mark taken. At the back is Ingleton. Maloney desperate. Sock it off the ground and going right across. String one behind as Rodney Owen came steaming in. 4-8 to Footscray's 7-4. And Rodney Owen has kicked 1 goal 3.
Luck of the draw there. Owen's kick off the ground goes through for behind. Collins, on the other hand, has kicked 4 goals for Footscray, all of them off the ground. Terry Wallace's kick from half back gathers about 25 or 30 metres for his side.
That's experience, isn't it, the way he did that?
Certainly, a lot of his kicks have been that way, haven't they, Ross?
Yes.
Very effective player, Terry Wallace, this afternoon. Not very pretty, but certainly effective. Harding and Wind. Wind gets the punch and goes straight back over the boundary line, and good wasted time for Footscray. They're kicking to the what we would think is the non-scoring end. Certainly Footscray did well in the second term, kicking to the main scoreboard end. They kicked 4 goals 3. Wind again gets the tap out. Hunter over the top of the football, just gets his foot to the ball. Harding gets it off to Russo. Russo's left foot kick to within 50 metres. Wigney dropping back. Throw in. Footscray defence so far standing up, and there's a legend, Captain Blood, Jack Dyer, been around the scene for a while. 11.5 minutes left in the third term. Wind low over the top, brilliant tap out, kick off the ground by Dwyer. He'll have another go at it. He can't pick it up. Harrington kicks it off the ground. McGuinness has a chance now. He gets past Daniels, just gets a little chip kick to Royal. Is in there doing the tackling. Owen, pretty good tackle, and he's rewarded. Tony McGuinness perhaps ducking his head.
Yeah, he's trying to get out of trouble there, and a good tackle by Owen, who it looked as if it may have been high, but with the head being ducked by Royal, you see Owen coming from the top. It's well tackled, perhaps high, but Royal had a chance to get rid of the ball and penalised accordingly.
So Rod Owen, very, very deep in the pocket. And the angle is difficult, but I would think also the distance could be a problem. Owen's drop punt kick gets the distance, but not the accuracy, and it's out of bounds on the full. So St Kilda, they've had a few tries up forward in the first half of this third term, just haven't been able to find the major part of the scoreboard.
There's another behind. We've got just over 10 minutes remaining. There's a Nicky Winmar. Saints fans would dearly love to see him come alive. He's only had 4 kicks, and that's his first mark for the day. From 50 metres, Winmar, long in towards goal, off target, and another behind.
He wouldn't have seen rain like this in his whole life, would he, over in Western Australia?
No.
Saw a bit of it up in Darwin.
Pretty heavy. 7-4 plays 4 scoring shots to 11 as Eccleston goes short to Hunter. Hunter had a great start to the game. He was in everything. This could be dangerous. He's gone short. Daniels tries to get it on towards Lowe, who can't handle it. Hogg heads towards the boundary line. Owen is there again. Backpedals out of trouble, goes onto the left foot and passes to Elphinstone. Well, what a spirited fight back here by St Kilda. And should they goal here, the scene will be set for a great struggle in the final quarter. 13 points the difference at the moment. Elphinstone from 40 metres shoots towards goal. He's put it through and the Saints are coming back.
Now Footscray out of the centre through Terry Wallace. They've had trouble scoring in this third term. It's at half forward. Collinuk. Kick off the ground by Collinuk. Up towards full forward. Now the battle on. Fode's kick. Campbell in there for Footscray. Georgiadis a kick off the ground. Campbell again. The fight on there with Frawley. The ball runs free. But the umpire very quickly on the scene and he will ball it up only 20 metres from the Footscray goal. Bulldogs clinging on. They haven't added to their half-time score. St Kilda doing well. Bowie comes clear. Kicks it long towards the wing. Terry Wallace can't mark. Winmar is in the play. Free kick being picked out of it. Play on. Winmar kicks it into St Kilda's forward half. Great mark by Lowe. Lowe plays on. Kicks it out wide. Looking for Owen. He overruns it. Harrington there for Footscray. Kick off the ground by that player. Does the shepherding. Dwyer. Beautiful pick up by Dwyer. Kick around the corner towards Lowe. He can't mark. Footscray defenders now working overtime. Steve Wallace gets the hand pass out to Harrington. Harrington runs outside the 50-metre line and kicks it towards the wing. No mark taken. Keeping his footing there is Grant. Grant runs around onto the right foot. Kicks the ball towards centre half forward. Elphinstone tries to flip it on. Doug Hawkins, composed, he'll be caught. He is caught, brought down by Lowe, but he was tripped. Says the umpire. Push.
Said the umpire.
It's got to be play on.
And Hawkins a little fortunate. Gets the free kick and kicks it wide and finds Wigney.
Stuart Wigney past Corcomelis. Going in towards centre wing. And the mark taken by Matthew Hanbury, who's had a long stint on the bench, but now finds himself on the ground at a very crucial stage of the game as Wine marks. Just on 7 minutes remaining of this third quarter, and St Kilda well and truly back in the game. The ball on centre wing, that is over the line. Oh, blow me down. It didn't go over and the fans cannot believe it. Russo keeps it in. Rice under pressure, gives it to Burke. Kicks long. Elphinstone and Eccleston. Foster. Clear for Footscray. Back to the centre again. Daniels can't mark. Harding has a player going past. Cunningham if he can pick it up. McGuinness is on his hammer. Oh, play by Cunningham. That is desperation.
And the free kick. Due reward for great effort.
Tremendous stuff. Cunningham to half forward. Winmar is coming into the game. Oh, they've lifted their workload, haven't they?
Certainly have.
And now Rod Owen, who's had a big quarter, has a chance to really bring St Kilda back.
And their senior players really are showing the way in this quarter. The catalyst has been Jeff Cunningham.
Owen, who has kicked 1 goal, 3. But is still a fair way out with this wet ball. He'll kick from probably 45. The drop punt is on its way. Oh, he's kicked it. What a goal.
And a crucial for St Kilda. 2 goals, 3 to Rod Owen, and he really has worked hard down there, Ian.
It's very skillful, Ross. I keep coming back to what you said before the game, when we mentioned about desperation, but you also said the skill is very important.
Yes, Winmar and Owen in that forward line, Winmar in the centre particularly, their skill in putting ball to position is crucial.
So the Saint fans got something to be excited about. Difference just 1 point. We've got a real battle on our hands now. The kick comes out to Atkins, off to Terry Wallace. Terry Wallace up towards centre half forward. Now a little bit of good fortune for Footscray. Collins will kick his 5th. It's certainly a goal. The field umpire just giving the goal umpire all clear.
And I'm sure Mick Malthouse will breathe a sigh of relief there. Darren Collins, his 5th goal, as you said, Ian, what an opportunist. He's only needed 5 or 6 kicks to kick those goals. He's not done much else.
Footscray's break at half-time, 7-4 to 2-7, almost looked a match winner in the conditions, but a great fight back by the Saints in the 3rd quarter, kicking 4 goals to 1, brought them right back into the game, kicked the difference at 3/4 time. So it was up for grabs in the last quarter at VFL Park, and we pick up the final term at the opening bounce.
The margin is 6 points as we go into the final quarter here at VFL Park. Footscray kicking with the breeze that Ross Glendinning estimates at around 2 or 3 goals. Hogg tries to go forward. Wine seems to be in pain for the Bulldogs after that centre knockout. Daniels clear for St Kilda. This could be a start and a half. His kick wobbles along the forward line. A free kick to Rodney Owen as Wine is in the hands of the trainers.
And Jason Daniels there has had a very difficult job on Tony McGuinness. He's picked up a lot of possessions himself, but in that 3rd quarter particularly, he was able to nullify the effectiveness of McGuinness, and he was the one who was instrumental in getting that ball out of the centre for St Kilda.
This to level the scores. Rod Owen has 2 goals. He kicked 1 in the 2nd, 1 in the 3rd quarter. This is perhaps the most important of them all. Oh, look at the wind pull that ball up. No one will mark it. Can anyone take it away? Elphinstone snaps. Elphinstone goals.
Well, Robbie Elphinstone moved into that forward line in the 3rd quarter, kicked a terrific goal from just in front of 50 metres in that 3rd quarter, and then snapping very well in a very busy traffic area there. Had the good sense to steady, knowing pressure, but he broke clear, controlled the ball, and a terrific snapshot at goal. And he was certainly very happy with that.
Well, little wonder now the scores are level, and it's even more so whichever side gets the little bit of good fortune. Hogg can't get the ball clear. It's been smothered in the centre again by St Kilda. McGuinness tries to break clear. Elphinstone gets the handball towards Bowie. Bowie can't break clear. Hogg, the Footscray player. Eppelstone under pressure. Atkins can't get the ball out, and the umpire will be forced to come in and ball it up again. That steady rain in the background has been falling all day, and we had a heavy shower before the game started, so it's been very slippery for the whole match. Wine, Atkins gets the ball out towards Terry Wallace. Kick off the ground. Lands in the arms of Dwyer. He can't break away. He gets a flip out. The advantage is with Grant. He leaves the ball behind. Tackle by Hunter is good. He could be penalised, yes. And Mark Hunter, who's had 20-odd possessions on that half-back line for Footscray, will a free kick, and he doesn't mess around either. He kicks it 50 metres directly towards goal, and there's a great mark by the experienced Foster, who's played pretty well for his side. His kick is wide in the direction of Collins. Chasing is Sheldon. Player coming in to help out Hannaberry. Collins tries to get it back to Hannaberry. He flips it out the back to Campbell. Campbell can't break clear. Now he can. A la Robert Elphinstone. He goes for goal. Up in front of the square. Harding can't mark. Collins is there. Sheldon. Daniels there tackling. Is that around the neck? Gee whiz. Collins on the bottom of the pack, and umpire will come in and ball it up.
You're seeing Scott Wind off the ground in a bit of pain there, and Richard Cousins on for his first run for this game.
Did a pretty good job too, Wine, on the ground. Could have almost been a push. Foster tries to soccer off the ground, goes in after it once more. Russo out the back towards Sheldon, and he just farms it over the line. It does give Footscray the lead by 1 point. 8-5 to 7-10. Let's go down for a report on Wine to Michael Roberts. Mike?
Yeah, Scott Wine received a boot to the chest or to the stomach in a ruck duel, and he's only coming off for 5 minutes apparently.
Hawkins, Taylor trying to get clear at the back, can't do so. Campbell unable to pick it up. and we will see another throw in.
I'd still be inclined to leave Richard Cousins on the ground. Fresh legs, perhaps take someone else off. Although, hello, he is coming back off the ground now, and Scott Wind going back on.
So a very short run for Richard Cousins. Foster jostling with Harding. Harding got a hand to it. Who can take it away? Rice gets it out towards Russo, but the boundary line a little too close. Pressure from Kolyanook. And Cousins just staying a kick behind the play until that ball comes down a bit so he can change with Wind. Throw in again, and he might be in the right place at the right time. The big man, in fact, there he is. Gets it now and kicks towards the half-forward line. Away by Bowie to Cunningham, who did some inspirational work in the third quarter. On to Grant, he gets claimed. Back to Daniels, under pressure, wide to Bowie. St Kilda go forward towards Ingleton. Can't take the mark. Looks for someone going past. Dwyer under pressure. Maloney there. The ball held and another ball up.
Georgiadis is coming off.
Yeah. Cousins will stay on the ground. Georgiadis off. And it's a point the difference. Hogs kick wide. Ingleton a chance. Well done, Ben Ingleton. Oh, but good work by Cousins to effect the smother and then soccer it off the ground. Back towards the centre. Taylor leaves it for Elphinstone, who shovels it out the back door. Dwyer for someone going past is good football. Slowly but surely, St Kilda surge it down to their 50-metre line. Now the pressure on the Bulldog defence. Tremendous race for the ball with Rice leading out. Now Dwyer. A sweeping hand pass towards Grant. Gets it out, but no one there for the Saints, and Atkins comes away. Kicks up towards centre wing. And a good mark taken for the Dogs by Hanbury, who goes to the half-forward line. Collins soccers off the ground. Now he's kicked 5, still going and into the pocket, and another throw. Well, Darren Collins, 1 goal in the first quarter, 3 in the second, and 1 in the third. 5 out of 8.
Well, if the Bulldogs happen to pinch this match, certainly they can thank the soccer tactics of the little forward pocket player Darren Collins. It's in Footscray's left forward pocket, and it's going to go right down to the line. There'll be some tired players out there. Wine gets the tap out. Winmar gathers the back pocket and kicks the Saints out of trouble. Daniels, who's done pretty well on the experienced McGuinness. The ball comes out the back. Hunter, who's done very well for Footscray. Left foot kick by Hunter up towards centre half forward. No mark. Harding strives hard. Handball out by Hanbury. Foster shoots for goal. It's there.
Seven points the difference. Footscray kicking with the breeze. They have it in their attacking zone at the moment, but Sheldon holding up yet another Bulldog attack. Wide, kick drop straight on the chest of Doug Hawkins.
Played a pretty good game too, Hawkins.
Yes, he has. Short, that's a good kick. The mark not taken. The pass was a beauty. Atkins leaves it for Cousins. Big fresh man on the ground. He pumps one in towards goal, but it's one behind only.
So I'm surprised that Mick Malthouse is, when he took Brian Roy off the ground, unless he's injured, why he's left him off for so long. I'd certainly bring him back onto the ground and give that little bit of experience and help steady Footscray down.
8 points in it. Danny Frawley. Which way will he go? Members side. Ball dropping short. Foster almost claimed the mark.
It's being paid, yes.
And he's going to, much to the dismay of Jeff Cunningham. So Peter Foster, who's had a pretty good day today, he's taken 9 marks and had 16 kicks. He got a couple of bites at the cherry. Would you have paid it, Ross?
In these conditions, for effort,
yes,
was in front.
Well, this is going to make it very hard for St Kilda if he kicks this one. The left foot kick is on its way. It's not coming back. It's a behind.
Just fighting that last minute there, Sandy. Yep. Indicative of the way that breeze is just pushing the ball to this side of the ground.
Peter Foster, 1 goal, 2.
So Footscray just edging away from the Saints. St Kilda struggling against the breeze in this last term. Atkins for Footscray, Rice for St Kilda. And there's the time, precious time for the Saints, because at the start of this last quarter, they trailed by only 6 points. Brian Royal and John Georgiades on the bench for the Bulldogs. The fresh man Cousins. Colin kicks it over his head, and there's a mark. Has it travelled at the required distance? Yes. And Fode takes it for St Kilda. Campbell on the mark. Fode's kick. Holding up. Hawkins does the punching. Kick off the ground by Hunters. Intelligent play. Another kick off the ground by Rice. McGuinness. Daniels, the desperado. Ball comes to the back. Wallace tries to get a kick out.
Oh.
Hannaberry's pulled off. It didn't have it. Play on, says the umpire. The play now in the centre. Great pick up by Winmar. Dry weather football by Nicky Winmar. And he puts the Saints up towards their 50-metre line. And there's a mark to Ingleton. He plays on quickly. The short chip into the pocket. Punched away by Harrington. Hogg under pressure. The ball in the forward pocket. Maloney tries the tackle on Ingleton. And the umpire will come in and ball it up. Players pretty tired. And I wonder, St Kilda having played against Richmond here last week, whether that will tell on the young Saints. The ball punched over the line by Cousins, and another boundary throw-in will take place.
By the same token, they stormed back in that game, and who knows if they could do it again. Time will tell. Here's the throw-in. Over the head of Russo it goes. Burke now with Hawkins. Burke tries to go through his legs and socket off the ground by Hannaberry, and eventually over the line by Maloney for another throw-in. Time ticking away. Just under 11.5 minutes remaining. From the throw-in. Hannaberry waits and then sockers it clear. Harding. Oh! Hammered through and just about clean bowled everyone. Chance now for Eccleston to get clear. Oh, he runs his full distance, goes with the left foot up towards centre wing. Fisted away past Foster. Campbell is there, tries to get it back to Foster. He was almost held, pushed, said the umpire. And Peter Foster will take the free kick, although he's allowed the advantage to be paid. Puts pressure on his teammate in Kolyanook, who flicks it out the back door and eventually flicks it over the line. 9-7 to 7-10, 16 effective scoring shots for Footscray, 17 for the Saints. But the Dogs lead. Cousins and Harding. At the back, Cunningham. His hand pass back into the pack. Comes back to him again. Over the top of Dwyer. Wigney goes over the top, could have almost infringed. He has, said the umpire. And so Stuart Lowe. St Kilda have got to go long and direct. Hawkins gets underneath it. Tries to do it with the one hand. Is not successful. Wallace pushed, said the umpire. And Steve Wallace, cool in a crisis. And go back and kick Footscray out of trouble. Back to centre wing again. Harding. An attempted soccer further forward. Cunningham gets it on. Kick came from Dean Rice to centre wing. Hawkins. Foster. Wigney. Shrugs the tackle. Loses it. But he's got Foster there to help. Bowie tackles him, but he gets his kick. Atkins. Fell. Wasn't pushed as Russo came over the top. Not pretty stuff at the moment, but it's desperate. And that one marked right on the line by Nathan Burke.
Oh, the bad umpire nearly blew his whistle there.
Sitting in front of, or he's in front of all the St Kilda supporters in this stand. I think he knows the roof might have come off. As Wigney kicks it high over centre wing. Waiting down in front, doing the roving work is Harding. Short into the centre. Slipping at the crucial time was Daniels. Harding again, Soccer's clear. It's like a billiard ball, this, as it ricochets off players. Hawkins.
Tony McGuinness, a free kick. As he went up there, the St Kilda player pushed him fair and square in the back.
So McGuinness with the free kick for Footscray on centre wing, members side. Bulldogs clinging on. McGuinness's stats pretty impressive. Footscray leading by 9 points. Just 8.5 minutes left. Wallace just gets his foot to the ball. Colin and Rice was infringed against by the Footscray player, so Dean Rice will take the free kick. Poor kick. Kicked it a little too quickly, but Winmar's there and he tidies up. The kick now in towards the centre, and a good mark taken by Elphinstone. Robert Elphinstone started in defence, has kicked 2 goals. Creative hand pass to Winmar. Winmar kicks up towards full forward. Kick off the ground by Maloney. Lowe is there. So is Ingleton. Ingleton's caught with the football by that strong Footscray defence. Bowie pushed off it. Cousins leaves it behind. Maloney does it. His left foot kick is quick. Out towards Hawkins. Nathan Burke trying hard. Hawkins in there again. So is Maloney. The tap out comes to Atkins, off to Cousins. And Cousins' kick up towards the centre of the field. It goes through the back. Sheldon's under pressure. He gets the ball somehow out, and he's infringed against while doing so, and he'll take the free kick. So Kenny Sheldon, 12 kicks and 1 hand pass. His ball goes over the centre. Low. Dwyer comes in, takes the mark, gets the hand pass away. David Grant now kicks the ball long up inside the 50-metre line, but there's a mark to Footscray, taken for them by their back pocket player Matthew Hogg, and it just relieves that little bit of pressure for the Bulldogs. They're striving very, very hard. Hogg's kick, a good one. Well out of trouble for Footscray. On centre wing, Cunningham. Can he control the football? He slips over. Terry Wallace is there. Cunningham's tap on is good. Burke takes the football for St Kilda and kicks it towards half forward. There's no one home. Atkins, he can't control it. Dwyer, McGuinness, kick off the ground by Hunter, and the mark has been taken by Cunningham. He plays, gives it to Harding. Harding's high ball in towards centre half forward. No mark taken by Elphinstone. He is held by Eccleston, and Elphinstone will take the free kick.
Elphinstone's kick down towards Owen. He's claimed. Gets the hand pass out towards Dwyer. Wallace smothers it well. McGuinness soccers off the ground. It goes wide towards the boundary line, chasing Maloney, but Owen with strength gets it back again to Ingleton. Ben Ingleton needs support. He's got it in Corcomelis. This could close the gap. He shoots in towards goal, and he's off at 1 behind.
Well, that's the goal they wanted, Sandy. They really did work very hard to get that. Some great play by the St Kilda players there.
Tremendous struggle, this. Not pretty all the time, but a great battle. Hawkins to the outer side. The diving mark is not taken, and with just over 6 minutes remaining, Greg Eccleston picks himself up. And Captain Blood, Jack Dyer, almost getting excited. Low and Cousins. Cousins with the right hand. McGuinness gets it down. Elphinstone a short kick. Eccleston under pressure. He's gone out of bounds on the full. Here's another chance for St Kilda now to bring it forward. Some 35 metres out. Robbie Elphinstone tried to kick the cover off it. Slewed off, and a good mark taken by Matthew Hogg.
It's his second solid mark in as many minutes, Sandy.
Very good mark. Looking for Hawkins, who made position well. That could have almost been 50 metres. Short to Wigney. Wigney goes long, well over centre wing, and a great diving attempt by Ken Sheldon will be rewarded. We've got just under 5 minutes left. Still time for St Kilda, if they're good enough. The Bulldogs, on the other hand, are hanging on grimly after really scooting away with this game early on in the first half. The ball centre field. A chance for Cousins, who's been pretty lively since coming on. He gets it across to McGuinness. McGuinness a long kick over the head of Sheldon. Collins is there, so too is Fode for St Kilda. Gordon Fode's hand pass puts Sheldon under pressure. Fode comes in to make amends, steaming through the mud. He kicks it to centre wing and straight to Hawkins, who's had a big day on this wing. 18 kicks to his credit. There's another one. Down to the left half forward flank. No one able to pull it in. Cunningham at the bottom of the pack, farming it out to Russo. Threads his way through, then gets the hand pass on to Harding. Going nowhere fast. Harding again. Wallace waiting, now goes in, tries to bring it out. David Grant there also. There are some tired players in that lot.
You just sense that St Kilda didn't quite break free enough to score.
8 points the margin. Cousins with a roundhouse right. But straight to Rice, across to Elphinstone and Eccleston. The latter taken out of it. Elphinstone does well. His hand pass, it won't bounce up for Rice. He'll have to go and get it. He does. McGuinness props while it comes down. Gets a hurried kick. Up to half forward once again. The Bulldog defence doing really well. Now Foster soccering it forward. They've got it almost to their 50-metre line. Foster will swing it onto the left foot. Pulls it back in towards full forward. Which way will it bounce? A chance for St Kilda again to steady through Fode. Oh, the kick's a shocker. Straight to Foster and he'll pump it back again. This time long in towards full forward. It bounces across the face of goal and through for one behind.
Today's game is part of the Carlton and United Breweries 1989 Premiership season.
Footscray hung on to win by 8 points after that big lead at half-time. St Kilda valiant in defeat, but just couldn't get up there in the end. Collins kicked 5 for Footscray, Owen kicked 2 for St Kilda, and a crowd of just over 17,000 at VFL to witness the match in the wet.